Ugh. Let's see. Yep, there we are. Okay, we apparently are.
Goddamn time.
We are apparently live. Who the hell knows? All right, we will get started soon as some people start getting in here. Hey, we're actually somewhat on time today. Actually,
Mostly, considering I pulled up at like 5:55.
yes, I was starting to get nervous. But I did not. I did not sweat it too bad. Except it's hotter than fucking here again. I might have to move a little bit. Oh, I might have to figure out how to cut these beginnings off a little bit so we don't have 3 or 4 minutes of this shit on the final for the replay. Huh. Oh. Excellent, excellent. Looks like we're good to go.
I'm just
Whenever.
social mediaing.
Social media, get all that shit out of the way, and then we will get started on the Highgate Cemetery Vampire. Which, I have some interesting thoughts on this shit.
It gets interesting. Oh, fuck off with that stupid thing. The thing with the touchy thingy. Touch. Alright, that's a piss poor Instagram post, but it's something.
It's better than nothing.
I didn't even put the link in it. I hate that you can't put a fucking clickable link on a post.
I know, it sucks.
It's so stupid.
Wow. Whoever was in
Yeah.
decided to leave.
Check mine just to see, because mine seems to usually update its traffic a bit faster. Why do I have so many apps open? Oh yeah, there's like fucking nobody.
Absolutely nobody. Well,
This is a good start. We've been canceled.
you know, it happens.
They're coming for us.
Oh, no, we have one.
Hey!
The researcher's in. We were getting nervous, thinking nobody was going to join us for this. But we will get started here momentarily.
I was gonna say, give it a couple minutes, see if anything else pops up. But
yeah, we'll give it another minute or so.
maybe we've shat the bed.
It's very possible.
Oh, I'm tired still.
We will go back to. We'll start doing Facebook as well. Just double up on that shit.
Yeah, why not?
Look at her. She is so devoted. She's watching it work.
Oh, it's not the first time.
Well. Oh, Gonzo's
Hey.
Gonzo's in.
I had to work on Thursday.
Yeah, Thursday got canceled.
Yeah. I fucking, Jesus. Like I said, man, just shy of 38 hours in 3 days.
I know. Have you decided what you want to do? You want to record something for Thursday or record something for that tonight?
You want to do it tomorrow?
Or tomorrow? We can do it tomorrow. So, Gonzo, we might record an episode for that podcast and that live stream tomorrow.
Which I think that's going to be the deal, and we're just going to double upload this week for it, for missing last week.
Yes, and we also might...
Because I should be off by 4 or 5 tomorrow.
Okay, that'll work, yeah.
Because we can even go early if we want to.
That'll work, and then we will...
Tell them to fuck off.
Yeah, fuck them. They ain't buying shit anyway. Then we might... We talked last night about moving the recording to like a Tuesday, Wednesday anyway.
Yeah.
Instead of Thursday. So, that might be in the future for that podcast, for the cancellation.
Yeah, I
theory.
just feel like, the beginning of the
Right.
week is just a better option.
All right, I guess we can
Now that nobody's watching.
to the
But,
Patreon.
like, 3
I tell
people.
you what, let me go ahead and switch over to this one, and I tell you what, I will put for the Patreon. We do not have for the second episode or for the cancel theory, just for Ghosts in the Night and that social. Let me put that up there. It's up there at the top. That's where you want to go to get on the Patreon for those Patreon. Oh, that's right. We got to do Patreon tonight too, don't we? It is.
Do we?
Yeah.
Shit. God damn it. It's going to be like last week. It's just going to be all a bunch of opinions about random shit.
And we can talk about this shit a little bit too.
I guess I could leave mine up on my phone just so we get the fucking watch time.
Yes, we could do that. And if you notice, we've got a new setup here. You do not see that ugly HP computer in the middle of the screen. Phil was busy today.
For about 7 minutes.
It took me longer to figure that out.
Really?
Yeah, because it's HDMI. It doesn't. I had to figure out which one. No remote. It was a pain in the ass.
So 8 minutes. Got it.
No, I have not seen the new Halloween trailer.
I saw this thing. I don't know what exactly. I think that I saw this correctly is that they're making a Monsters movie.
Oh,
I think.
fuck me. Really?
And Rob Zombie is directing it.
Oh, well.
I think it'd be sick. Have like a
Well,
family-friendly movie, but it's still dark as fuck.
Yeah, I guess you're right. That is true. But tonight we are talking about the Highgate Cemetery and naturally the vampire that comes along with the motherfucking place, which is
Vampires.
very interesting. Let me. I seem to be a little hot.
Hello, Emma.
Emma's here.
How'd you do?
Emma is in the house
Yes,
across the pond. We are talking about her side of the world,
we are.
the
She may have
Highgate
been here.
Cemetery
Yes.
vampire, because we all love us some vampires.
Vampire.
All right, I guess we can go ahead and get this clusterfuck of a party started. I don't know. Fuck it. It's going to be one of those nights.
Yeah.
One of those nights. All right, let's go ahead and get started. We're going to redo this. How about that? Motherfucker. Gonzo fucked me up. All right, we're going to restart this intro, take off the social media clips. Jesus Christ, we are unprepared. If you want professionalism, go somewhere else. All right, take 2 on the intro. You ready?
Do it.
What is going on, everybody? Welcome to Ghosts of the Night, a Hauntings and Paranormal podcast. This is episode 133. Tonight we are talking about the Highgate Cemetery vampire and all the shenanigans that goes along with it.
The one and only.
And as usual, we have the same people in the chat room as always. So if
Yeah.
you are listening to this on your favorite podcast player later on in the week and you want to join us live and get a kick out of the people in the comment section or in the chat section, be sure to join us at YouTube, our YouTube channel, just ghostinthenight.com. That is where you can find it. Or not ghostinthenight.com. What the fuck am I?
This is going to be, this is going
Wow.
well.
YouTube / whatever. Just search Ghost in the Night on YouTube and you should be able to find us. I can find it that way, so you can
Right.
find it as well.
Right.
But we do these live every Sunday at 6 o'clock for those of you who are new to the podcast and are listening later on.
Oh, I can't wait to get new glasses so they're not so reflecty.
I know, well, we got a lot of lights. We could probably get rid of one, maybe. But that is the best way to check this out, is really YouTube. If you want to join in the conversation, see our pretty faces, and go from there. But we appreciate everybody who listens to the podcast on their audio feed, whether it be Apple Podcasts,
or whatever.
Spotify,
One of the 30,000 fucking podcast apps there are out there.
Google Play, Stitcher, whatever.
There's fucking so many. Apparently, is it true that iHeart is like the #1 for podcasts?
So they say. And
I know, I saw that, and I was like, ooh.
We are on there as well. So
damn right you hear the fan going, it's fucking hot in here.
Be sure to like and subscribe to the YouTube channel if you're here. And I know everybody in the chat room is subscribed. We also would appreciate any kind of comments and likes. And also head on over to your favorite podcast player and subscribe there.
And force all your friends to listen to us.
That's what we do.
At gunpoint.
That's what we do.
All the time. I was politicking about it last night.
Yes, you were. Like, let's see, what do we got going on in the let's see. You did not hear that over about us. We did not say fuck you, Gonzo. You might have said Gonzo, and I said fuck because I still had the.
I mean, he might have. You never know.
Yeah, I did say because you forced me to put up the
the
social medias, and I forgot to take them off for the intro, so I had to redo it. But it's nothing but love for you, Gonzo.
Fuck you.
Let's see. Like I said earlier, before, if you just joined us, we were talking about the Highgate Cemetery vampire and all the haunted funnery that is going on in that place, which is, from pictures that I saw, it is very interesting, very creepy looking. Of course, all cemeteries.
Yeah, it's a fucking cemetery.
And I've talked about this on previous episodes. It's a cemetery, and we've even talked about how haunted can a cemetery be. Really, it's just got dead bodies, and people are creeped out by them.
I mean, it's either gonna be normal and boring as fuck, or it's gonna be like, you would think if it's a cemetery, especially like this one that has an estimated 170,000 fucking bodies buried in it. If it's gonna be haunted, you would think it's just gonna be all haunted all the time.
Right.
Statistically, that's how that would add up.
But like I've said before, is when I die, the last place I'm gonna haunt. Of course, I'm not gonna be in a cemetery anyway. Burn my ass.
I don't know what I want.
Because it's going to be hot where I'm going.
Put me
anywhere.
in one of those fucking tree things.
It's going to be hot where I'm going anywhere, so might as well get the party started right.
Yeah.
So, but this is a creepy looking cemetery, and there is abundance of activity reported there, and yes, even a vampire.
A vampire.
A vampire. Now, the Highgate Cemetery is a cemetery in the northern portions of London.
Nof.
Yes. There are, like you said, upwards of 170,000.
Which is fucking crazy.
Well, here's the fucked up part about 170,000 plus bodies. They think there's more in 53 grave sites. No, 53,000 grave sites.
Double it up.
And they think it's more than that because of obviously the Brits do. We learned this from them. Apparently, the organized crime would off somebody, they think would off people and put them in open, freshly dug graves.
Yeah, why not?
So that 170,000 is a rough estimate.
And then even though it's I don't want to say far-fetched, but like I don't know what percentage this could knock down, but I wonder how many like mausoleums there are.
Gonna have to be a lot for
like big family burial sites.
Right. But there are some extremely famous people buried there. It's a popular place.
Really?
Yes.
I heard. I didn't really go in. I didn't care.
Karl Marx.
The fuck?
He's buried there. Hold on a minute. Gonzo, I don't give a shit how many subscribers we get. I'm not getting a sex change. You'd have to, let's just say all the subscribers.
I was going to say like 150 million.
All the subscribers.
The population of
and then
all the first world countries.
Then it'll be a hoax. No. But there's, like I said, there's a lot of famous people there. Karl Marx, who we all know and love, the father of communism.
Great guy.
And also...
made a hell of a souffle.
And also George Micheal.
Really?
Yes. He's there. Is there a bathroom there?
I was going to say, does he expose himself to the other dead people?
Hey, don't make fun of the wham.
No, it's wham.
No, but so there's a bunch of other, famous people there. I know Charles Dickinson's wife's there. Which, how much did he love her if he's not there?
Right. Who gives a shit? Like,
Yes, but this cemetery was established.
Michael Jackson's podiatrist. Like,
Huh. That would be interesting, though.
yeah, but nobody give a shit. His headstone just says Michael Jackson's podiatrist lies here.
Now, this cemetery was started or built or whatever. And
Yeah, how do you start a cemetery?
say, hey, I guess first time you dig a hole.
Right, like just the second person buried there, you're like, well, I guess this is a spot.
This is a cemetery. Well, it was established in 1839, and it is, I believe, how many? A big freaking place, 37 acres.
I mean, it better be with 170,000 assumed bodies there,
Right.
unless they're just stacked on top of each other,
Yes, it was.
dick to butt,
Or butt to dick.
dick and butt, like Legos.
Here we go again. Back to the dick and fart jokes. But, it's Sunday.
Makes life easy.
Been an interesting week. We don't give a shit.
Yeah,
anymore.
holy fuck.
This cemetery has been naturally, with its creepy appearance, the backdrop of several horror movies.
Any good ones?
No. Well, I think, if I'm not mistaken, some of the, I've read or heard somewhere some of the offshoot of the Harry Potter shit. Some of those. I think they were films. There was a few scenes there, but most notably in the 70s, it was real popular with that British horror genre. The Taste the Blood of, what is it? Taste the Blood of Dracula.
This is a film?
A film in 1970.
That's a stupid fucking name.
Well,
It's too long.
I know.
Coming to theaters near you
Taste.
this spring. Taste the blood of Dracula.
Tales from the Crypt in 1972 was filmed, had some scenes there.
Tales from the Crypt was on in 72?
I guess we don't have what's he talking about? Oh, anyway, I'm trying to read the comments and I'm lost now. But also, most
Gives a
notable,
shit. Fuck Legos.
another movie that was filmed there, From Beyond the Grave, fitting, in 1974. Never heard of any of these. Of course, the Taste of Blood was, what's the name of the guy who did all the Draculas back in the 70s? What was his name?
The actor?
Yeah.
Oh,
I think he was...
he was European, wasn't he? Was he like Italian or like
last time
Hungarian
I checked,
or some shit?
the island of Great Britain, the UK, is European.
I know, but I don't think he's from there.
I don't know.
I think he's like Italian or some shit.
I don't know. Who knows? Excuse me. But, as always, this place became popular in the late 60s, early...
Jack Nicholson.
What's Jack Nicholson got to do?
Eddie Murphy. Vampire in Brooklyn.
Oh. Actually,
Or whatever the chick is from Jim Carrey from Once Bitten.
that was actually a good flick.
It is and it's not.
It was so bad.
It's good, but I just don't like it because it's got Jim Carrey in it. And it's like, it's just not Jim Carrey. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Well, he was also in Deadpool.
He was hilarious in Deadpool, though.
And, the original
Mm-hmm.
Clint Eastwood one. The Dirty Harry one. Yeah, he was in... Wasn't it called Deadpool? The Deadpool or something like that. He was in that.
You talking about...
Dirty Harry, Clint Eastwood.
Was he?
Look it up.
Hmm.
He was I don't think he was actually the bad guy, or he might have been the bad guy, but I remember he did a scene where he's dancing to Welcome to the Jungle by Guns N' Roses. I could be making this up, but I'm pretty sure.
I don't know.
I don't
He's
know.
been in a lot of shit.
Yes. Okay. But like I said, this became popular in the late 1969-ish.
The late 18th century?
Fuck, I'm tired. And early 70s with the whole vampire talk.
Vampires.
There have been...
Vampire.
Now, naturally, occult and Satanism, Satan worship is littered throughout the history of this place.
I mean, I feel like that's just a fucking given
Yes.
with a cemetery.
But it's kind of interesting because it kind of does play into the story a little bit.
Yeah.
The way they came up with this myth. And let's be honest, this is kind of a myth, because there's actually, there's one, we'll get into when we get into the vampire part, most of this shit.
Most of the fun shit is about the vampire.
Right, it's the good part. But even most of the vampire shit is still just
bullshit.
It's paranormal activity. You know,
which is still probably mostly bullshit.
Well, probably mostly bullshit. But there have been stories of men dressed in dark robes practicing dark magic and doing dark rituals.
Yeah, you can find that anywhere,
right.
Especially a fucking cemetery.
Like I said, it always, anytime anything is spooky going on anywhere, it always comes back to satanic worship.
Yeah, because you need a scapegoat.
Right, which, is complete bullshit. And not that I'm, sympathetic to satanic worship. We've discussed this in previous episodes. They get far too much fucking credit for everything.
Well, yeah, it is. I mean, I say it all the time. It's like Satanism and the occult gets blamed for shit because you have to have a reason for bad. Just like, in my personal opinion, people hide behind their religion because apparently they need a book or a reason to be a good person.
Right. Exactly. Let's see. Other activity that has been reported there. Let's see. What else we got? Something about...
It covers the gambit of paranormal phenomena.
Shadow figures.
Sounds.
Demons with red eyes.
Yeah,
which
of course.
also plays into... That's a report of... When we get to vampires, that's one of the also reports.
Which it totally couldn't just be like a fucking cat.
Now, an interesting... And there's a lot of, I think, scientific things going on here. Let's see. But... What else we got?
Gonzo pointed out that What We Do in the Shadows is the best vampire movie of all time. The movie's pretty fucking good. The show is fantastic.
I don't think I've seen
You'd love it. It's stupid as fuck, but it's funny.
Right. But there was a problem with the dead at this cemetery.
Oh, yeah.
I like this
I know
one.
what you're talking about.
The problem started during the Victorian times with exploding fucking coffins.
Yes.
I love this.
Due to, what was it, like an over ventilation of gas from the decomposition of the body.
Underventilate. They did not ventilate.
Well, from the body into an unventilated casket, and then the casket, like the whale on the fucking beach in Japan.
I love what they did to solve this problem.
What they do?
They they were encased in lead, so nothing was getting out. It was airtight. But they drilled holes into these caskets, ran a pipe, and lit a match, and let it vent, and lit like a pilot light to burn off the gas.
That's fucking awesome.
But can you imagine?
You turn into a gross birthday cake.
Can you imagine taking some flowers to a family member's grave, or going to Karl Marx's grave and saying, "Good job, dude. Way to fuck up everything."
You just feel a rumble,
and all of a sudden, next thing you know, like shit starts exploding.
It's like that end scene from Tremors, when they blow up the Tremor and all the meat's coming down, hitting them in the face and shit.
What is it with you and Tremors?
It just has every reference. It's the best movie ever made.
But some other paranormal, outside of exploding coffins, which would probably scare the shit out.
Because that's not enough.
Let's just say if I was investigating that and the coffin explode, I'm out, and I don't get scared. I say, okay.
Yeah, but that's not the same. That's exploding coffins. That's viscera and entrails.
Right.
They could have been dead for a couple months.
Bones
so they're
flying.
Clearly not the freshest meat.
Yes, bones
just
flying.
Flapping you in the fucking face.
Yes, but some other paranormal activity that has been reported there: banshee wails.
Yeah, fucking banshees.
Spectral faces floating around all over the place.
Oh yeah, because that's not just homeless people looking over the headstone like, have they gone yet? I've really got to take a tinkle.
Now
I can't walk over to my pea tree while they're here.
The last two that I'm going to list here are my favorite. A floating nun has been
There's
seen.
always a fucking floating nun.
Well, aren't nuns...
Why do all nuns in hauntings never walk?
I don't know, but first and foremost, they're married to God, correct?
Yeah.
So what, has God divorced them so they go down and when they die, God realized it was a fucking mistake? Damn, I should have met you on Plenty of Fish.
Unless
You're
they're
out
one
of
of
here.
those bad nuns. Because there are what's that one place? Like Pikes Peak. Not Pikes Peak. Pikes Peak was that fucking shootout. Fuck. I'll have to look it up because I wouldn't mind doing an episode on it. There's a place where like they send like the bad nuns.
But my favorite, if I could speak today, God.
My favorite dresses are faded blue jeans.
My favorite sighting there is
my dick.
Ghostly cyclist wandering.
Yeah, I saw something about that briefly. Like just some dude on a bike, like
just cycling around. And here's how pissed off I would be. These fucking cyclists on the road with their fucking goddamn little spandex pants.
Oh
fucking
my god, yeah.
Stupid ass.
And they're in the middle of the fucking road for
Lance
no reason.
Armstrong wannabe motherfuckers, just cruising down a major fucking road.
Yeah. With their stupid fucking sunglasses.
I get pissed with them. How do you think I'm gonna do if I'm, walking through a cemetery and a fucking ghost cyclist?
Yeah, but you can hit a ghost cyclist.
No, you can't.
Yeah, well, I mean, not physically, but
it's just gonna go right through.
Theoretically, you can have the satisfaction of running over that cyclist.
It's just gonna go right through that motherfucker.
I don't know. I want to sit there and see if. Do you think it would be more likely to manifest itself if you played? Fuck. What's that one song? And then you just see some fucking Victorian era dude in like a frilly fucking suit, just ghostly as fuck, pumping hard as shit, coming up the hill, and he's like, "This is my fucking jam, bro. I can't miss this." It's like I've been haunting fucking spin classes for years, waiting for this moment.
Well, I just wonder. We've all got a little close to cyclists on the drive on purpose. We've all done it.
I haven't.
I have. I've buzzed the tower.
I don't know if I'd say on purpose.
Oh.
What kills me is when like you don't have that much room to go around them, and they like decide to just kind of lean a little bit, and you're like, do you want to die? Like,
but I've been flicked off by. I've been given the one finger salute by a lot of them.
That's when you just slam on the brakes and just.
But I wonder if you go through a spectral cyclist, will they flick you off or go, "You motherfucker"?
Yeah, but English, old English.
I wonder if it's one of those old time cycles with a big, super big front wheel.
I hope so.
That would be fucking awesome. I would love that. I would.
It better be.
I'd get out and talk to that motherfucker.
Apparently, those are not very easy to ride.
I wouldn't think so.
Who thought of that?
Not an intelligent
That doesn't
person.
seem like a fucking good idea. Oh, here's the wheel. Let's sit on top of it. It was basically the first. It was like it's a unicycle with training wheels.
Unicycle with training.
It is. Because you got to get it rolling too before you can get on it. So you fuck that up. You're already moving. You're coming down like a solid 38 fucking feet because that wheel's the size of a goddamn the windmill from Don Quixote. Don Quixote. We actually have people watching.
Holy shit! What's going on here?
I'm not used to this anymore. We had that little week of lulled viewership.
Hey, the downloads have went back up for the audio version. I mean, it was a little slow beginning, but we're getting back there. Let's go ahead and get to the fun part, because who doesn't love them some vampires? Vampires. Now,
they did spell it with a W in one story or a headline or something like that. Vampire.
Okay, they're just stupid.
I hope it had a Y too.
I've seen with a
Vampire.
Y. Vampire. Now, apparently, let me know if this story sounds what?
It just makes me think of the little redheaded kid from that video. When she's like, the lady's interviewing him, he's like, apparently, I've never been on the news before. Apparently, my grandpa watches the news every night.
Now, I'm going to start this, tell you where the origins of this supposed vampire start. I want you to listen to it.
Of this vampire or vampires in general?
This vampire.
Okay. I was going to say, we're not going to go Greek mythology, all that shit.
No.
It's actually pretty interesting. I didn't know the origins of vampires, like the original, like.
Well, there's so many different.
Well, this one like goes straight back to like Italy and Greece and shit, and like the Greek gods. There's a correlation to the Greek gods of who is it? The god of the sun is involved. Hades is involved, and one of the female ones.
But this particular, the Highgate vampire.
But
I'm going to tell you this origin story for this particular vampire. This one, and I want you to tell me if it sounds familiar.
Do you think the vampire and the cyclist are the same spirit?
No, it's not.
He's just riding around like one pedal, pedal, pedal. to fall off my bike. Ow. Ow.
But just listen to this origin story for this vampire. Tell me if it sounds familiar to you. You probably heard it, but okay. This vampire was said to be a medieval nobleman who practiced black magic in Romania. His coffin was brought from Europe to England in the 18th century by his cult followers, and they bought him a house in the West End. He was dead, but they buried him in the hills, which eventually those hills, or where they buried him, eventually turned to Highgate Cemetery.
It's Dracula.
Exactly. Bram Stoker's Dracula.
Yeah, it's fucking Vlad the Impaler.
They basically just...
But Vlad the Impaler's way cooler.
They basically just ripped off fucking... Could they not... If they're going to come up with a good vampire backstory, could they not be creative and come up with a better one?
Right? Like... I mean, and don't get me wrong, if you're going to bite a story, bite the most popular one of all time. But,
right, yes.
Jesus Christ, get your fucking shit together. Quit stroking Stoker.
Now, basically, the stroker, that's a good one. Now,
I'm stroking.
Now,
stroking
apparently,
to the east. Sorry.
Apparently, he was at rest. He was not coming out and sucking people off. What?
He was dead originally, and then he just woke up, and he was like, "Everyone now looks like Capri Sun to me."
Wonder if they would taste like Capri Sun.
I also wonder if Dracula Dead and Loving It, the Leslie Nielsen movie, is accurate when he fucking bites that chick. I think it's the girl, the main character, and he drains her. And then, like, at the end, you hear, like, that... like an empty fucking soda at the restaurant.
But apparently, naturally, the cemetery was built.
Of course.
And, of course, the satanic worshippers started doing their little...
Which is, like I said, that's a fucking given. Like, if you have a big place where there's dead shit, that's where stuff like that's probably going to go to. Not, like, it might not be tradition or they do it every time, but, like, there's a pretty fucking good chance. I mean, it's just like little kids doing dumb shit. And that's my other thing, is like, oh, it's the occult. No, it's probably a bunch of fucking 16-year-old kids that want to be edgy, and they listen to Marilyn Manson, who's a fucking... I like Marilyn Manson's music, some of it, but he's a fucking douchebag if all those stories are true. But yeah, no, it's just a bunch of fucking scene kids that want to be edgy and cool, but not cool like normal cool. They would be cool for their friends that were black and have those fucking pants that look like Jinko jeans with a bunch of chains and ropes hanging off them.
Right. But apparently these satanic worshippers, were doing their sacrifices, getting naked, having little orgies. And obviously this Romanian nobleman got a little horny. And hungry.
He ate them.
Got hungry. Said, I could use some blood. And it woke him up. And that is how the origin, or how the Highgate vampire apparently started.
I like the Greek version better. That's stupid. He's like, "Don't fuck on my grave. Now I will bite your penis and drain it of blood."
Now, the first two, like I said, there were two sightings early on of the vampire. And it was in 1969.
What if it had a name? Somebody had to name it eventually. Did you hear the story about the Highgate vampire? Yes, Bob. He's a right prick, Bob is. He bit me on uncle. Right on his taint.
Ooh, that's just shitty. That's a hard place to bite.
I know, imagine getting that angle.
I think I could get away from a vampire who's trying to bite me there. Just saying. But
I don't know, if a vampire was trying to bite me there, I might stick around just for it.
But in 1969 was when the first sightings, I should say, arose for this vampire. First one was a lady walking her dog. Who the fuck walks a dog in a cemetery?
Right. I've seen so many people do so many weird things in cemeteries. Like, I get it every once in a while. Like, there's just that weird person that's like, I feel at rest with the people that are at rest.
I mean,
my mind is not aflutter amongst the dead.
1969, are there no dog parks in London?
I don't know. You were 45 in 69. Was there dog parks?
Obviously, this is going to turn into Bashville fucking hour again.
I don't know. That's an interesting question. Do they? You would think they had.
But are there other? I know.
Do you think they had dedicated dog parks?
No,
period back
not,
then.
But there are other.
They're like, fuck that dog. It's lucky it's in the house. Should be on the fucking dinner plate.
Bad enough if you let a dog shit in somebody's.
He's let his shit on their grave.
That's even fucking worse.
That's what woke up the vampire.
That's what pissed him off.
He woke up in a shitty mood.
She was walking her dog and saw a tall, dark figure walking between headstones. But it turned and looked at her and started to levitate.
What the fuck? According to Emma, British people love walking in cemeteries, and she's known some people to have picnics in them.
Oh, you people are just weird.
And you trust these people?
Emma, no disrespect, but with in honor of 4th of July, this is why we broke loose. We broke free.
Yeah. Tiptoe through the dead fox.
That is weird.
Oh, where are you going, darling? I'm going down to grab a cup of tea from the corner store, and I'm going to have a nice little jaunt through the cemetery. You know, just a normal Thursday.
Who the fuck would eat picnic? Hey, honey, we're going on first date.
Yeah, who do you want to eat on top of?
Where are we going? We're going to go eat on Karl Marx's grave.
You're just sitting there just chowing down like...
You know what I would actually do? I get a...
Do you think Bill liked chicken tendies?
You know, basically what I would do, first date, get a picnic basket, say we're going to Highgate. Little Game of Thrones reference there. Highgate. We're going to have a picnic on George Micheal's grave. I have a radio, blast and wham. You think that fucker would get pissed off saying, I hate that fucking shit? Because you know he hated that shit.
Do you think anybody pissed down those exhaust tubes when they had them?
Well, it is England. They're a little bit more civilized than us. I guarantee if it was here, somebody
I'd
took
have taken a shit in there.
Exactly. Yeah. Somebody took a shit in those. But anyway, this lady said she, the air got...
I forget that we have the fucking comments up on a fucking thing now.
Right. Anyway. But it started to... It was a dark figure and levitated, which sounds more like a ghost than a vampire, but that's okay. Second person was an accountant. Why they felt it necessary to tell me it was an accountant.
It's like when you say, oh, this black guy walked in, and it's like, why is he got to be black? I mean, it's not important, but why leave it out?
It brings nothing to the fucking story.
There's more continuity.
I mean,
it gets so you can get to know the characters and really attach to them.
Now, this accountant was walking through the cemetery,
just on lunch break.
I think, if I remember right, he was cutting through the cemetery. Shortcut, fuck it. But
say that I guess
37 acres, big ass cemetery.
Yeah, how's that a shortcut?
I don't know. The idiot got lost. He got discombobulated, didn't know where the fuck he was. Heard church bells.
Yeah, I heard a lot of that.
And he started thinking it was a church. He walked towards them, thinking that would be his way out. Of course, I think that would be.
Is there a church on the property?
I don't know. You have to ask Emma. Emma, is there a church on that property?
We now have a domestic and a imported fucking researcher.
Yes.
Well, she's not really a researcher. I just assume she knows this shit because she lives over there.
Right. But apparently it was not a church bells.
I wonder if she fucking hates pikeys.
Speak English to me.
It's a movie reference.
Okay. But apparently these bells they summon the vampire.
Hell's bells!
And he turned around and there was a 7-foot figure with red eyes that just vanished into thin air.
7 foot? What is it? Okay, so this is the resurrected vampire of Manute Bowl.
Yes. But here's the thing.
Which, I'm sorry, not scary to me. I'm pretty sure that I could fucking flick him in the leg and it would break in half.
Most of these stories that I saw say a tall 7-foot shadow figure. But here's the kicker. He's always levitating. So
Emma
what?
Cannot confirm.
About the...
I had high hopes.
That's all right.
I still
I will
appreciate
research it
you.
later.
I still love you.
But my point
but
is...
you've upset me and you've let me down.
Don't.
It's not that I'm mad. It's that I'm disappointed.
Hey.
It's not you. It's me. I can't be part of a 2 until I'm a better 1.
Oh, God. Here we go. Anyway.
My mother was right about you.
But they say a 7-foot fucking figure. But every one of these 7-foot fucking figures are levitating. So what is it, 5'6"?
Yeah, that's a good point, too.
I mean,
or how do you know they're levitating? Maybe they're 7 foot because they're just standing on a step stool, but it's behind a headstone, and it's just some fucking kid that's like, haha, we got that fucker.
Well, this kind of segues into the vampire hunter.
Maybe it's Tom Stoltman. Shout out, congratulations, Tom Stoltman winning World's Strongest Man. What? I got hyped for that. The World's Strongest Man this year is diagnosed, I believe, with a high functioning level of autism. And I think that's fucking sick.
I'm trying to think of a joke, but you can't make any joke that I can think of.
I mean, yeah, because if you make a good enough one, he's just gonna fucking Kool-Aid man through your wall and just rip both of us apart with his bare hands.
Well, he's going to rip the slowest one of us apart.
Oh, he could definitely outrun both of us. And he's got a brother. So
Hey, like that, what's that one meme I saw about the cheetah? I don't have to be faster than the cheetah. I just have to be faster than
like
you.
without a paddle. He said, what are you doing, Jerry? I'm taking my shoes off. You're not going to outrun faster without him. You're not going to outrun that bear. I don't have to outrun the bear. I just have to outrun one of you two.
All right, but this next part is the best part of the story. Are the vampire hunters?
Oh God!
Now,
Gonzo wants to know who would most likely turn gay between the two of us. Both of us at the same time, because it'd be with each other.
In a perfect world, why does everything gotta go back to gay with Gonzo?
I don't know.
You want that shit? You're gonna have to join our OnlyFans or OnlyFans, whatever.
Yeah, join the Patreon. Maybe you'll get in on that good stuff.
That'll be a high tier, maybe.
The
high
good
tier.
stinky love.
Now, there was 2 of these vampire hunters. We're going
fucking Yeah, one of them went on a vampire hunt. On Christmas Eve. I remember that detail from listening to a podcast, and I agree with them. It was Brohio. Shout out Brohio for the 1000th time on this show. What kind of fucking asshole goes like, nah, fuck you. You guys open the presents and stuff. It's fine. I don't give a shit. I'm going to go hunt the Highgate vampire. I'm going to go hunt a 7-foot-tall red-eyed figure that nobody's actually ever seen.
Here's the thing. Okay, what is Christmas?
It's the Mass of Christ.
And apparently vampires are demonic. They are anti-Christ.
Yeah, you'd think they'd be fucking like... Would they be going crazy at that time, or would they be like just kind of sitting there like, no, I want a holiday?
I mean, do the people over there in the UK celebrate 4th of July? Fuck no, they don't.
I mean...
So you think a vampire is going to be out lollygagging around on Christmas? No, he's probably going to say, fuck it.
Just sit there and watch fucking Seinfeld.
Yes.
There's just some vampire sitting there like fucking house shoes and just his cape and underwear on. And it's like, and the Ross with the monkey comes out and he just, He
probably goes out and finds a wino and to get drunk. Suck the blood of a wino so he gets a little buzz going. That's what I would do. But these 2 vampire hunters, one was David Ferrant, whatever his name is, and Sean Manchester.
That's what I heard.
Ferrant.
And Sean Manchester was a preacher or something like that.
I think so. He was some kind of religious.
Or one of them.
I think it was Manchester. But Manchester was really...
He was a bishop. That's what he was.
Maybe that's what. Manchester's the one who really pushed this vampire story.
Yeah.
Because up to this point, everything that I've talked about and what we've heard, it's not vampiric. This is fucking paranormal activity. This is a haunting, basically.
Yeah.
Spirit, specters.
Which, I mean, I'm sure we're about to get into. There is stuff that, like, I could see the inkling of vampires coming into it with some of the shit that went on, but fuck off.
But Ferrant, or whatever, David, we'll call him Big D. Big D went he actually
Big D Fei.
he actually was a paranormal investigator. He took the statement of that first lady who was walking her dog, I believe. Took her statement.
Why?
Well, that's what paranormal.
That's what the bubbies are for.
That's what paranormal investigators do. They take statements.
I can't say I've ever done that shit.
What?
I wonder if he we'll call you if we need you. You might have to appear in court. It's in my garage every second Tuesday.
Okay.
BYOC. Bring your own crumpets.
I'm surprised we have any British listeners at all.
What? I'm not saying anything like bad.
But okay, he interviewed this lady, and he spent the night in there. He said, "Well, you know what? I want to." He kind of actually was very skeptical, which I do respect him in that manner.
Mm-hmm.
He first said, "Okay, she saw some kind of animal, a dog or something."
You would hope.
Or,
you would hope if you're trying to get to the bottom of anything like this, you would hope that the person you're talking to is a skeptical person.
Right.
Like I would want to be if I thought there was a vampire in my house. I would want to go to somebody and be like, I'm pretty sure I got a vampire. And I kind of want that person to be like, ha, you're fucking stupid. Let's check it out.
So when I investigate, or I don't immediately think everything's haunted. I think there has to be a rational.
Yeah, I automatically think nothing is.
Until I'm proven otherwise. Now, he did that with this case. So he said, you know what? He spent the night there. So he went there, spent the night.
Yes.
To kind of prove it wrong and see what would happen.
See, I'd do that.
Nothing was happening apparently for a while. Then all of a sudden, things got the air cooled, which happens at night.
Yeah, that's
not
the
paranormal.
laws of thermodynamics at work.
The chirpings of the animals stopped.
No, at night, really?
Well, you always hear crickets and shit and things like that. But everything stopped. He saw a red-eyed figure. Now, this is where
maybe they have red fireflies.
Maybe this is
red, white, and blue ones, and they always fly around in the Union Jack.
I actually give this story a little bit of credibility. He saw this figure, and he felt like whatever it was draining his energy. And I think if vampires are real,
I say there are energy vampires.
It's more of an energy vampire, which lends, in my mind, this gives this a little bit more credibility.
Yeah.
Now,
they actually interviewed one on that vampire episode of Brohio. An energy vampire.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. It was interesting.
I mean,
they're like, so you don't suck people's blood or where? He was like, no. And even the ones that do, you'd never guess. Which I thought was cool. He was like, even the ones that do and partake in some bloodletting and stuff like that, like, they're not walking around with like fucking crushed velvet suits and like fucking fangs and shit like that. They're just like, oh yeah, thanks for that TPS report, Beb. You have a good one. You tell Cheryl next time she makes that peach cobbler, I'm gonna need me one. Oh yeah. Okay, hi Cheryl.
But
how's the kids?
I think that is more along the lines of that is the best chance of vampirism, in some way, shape, or form, being actual real. Because I've been around people that just fucking suck the energy right out of you.
Well, it's just so funny, too, because, like, when they were talking about it, they read this statistic. They were like, he was like, it is estimated that there is over 5,000 vampires in the blah, 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 blah. And it's like, so there's fucking high schools with more kids in it than that. Who gives a fuck? I don't think they're going to overrun us.
But good old Manchester, Sean Manchester, this colossal
Shanchester?
This douchebag. He's the one that really pumped up, like I said.
Yeah, he's the bishop.
He's the bishop. He's
the bishop of just the old Catholic Church. That's all it had. That's all it was. Not which Catholic Church. Not, because, I don't know. Are Catholic churches like Christian churches? Do they all have to have some stupid fucking name?
I don't fucking know.
Welcome to the Church of Jesus. Which one? The one on 42.
I think they have some saint name. If I'm not Catholic, I'm not Catholic, but I think they do have some saint name. Yes.
Welcome to my church, Saint Anger. It's a shitty fucking album.
Yeah, it was actually.
It had a couple moments, but it wasn't good. The little documentary they put out was kind of cool.
Yeah,
I liked watching them play with Robert Trujillo for the first time.
Yeah, and how. Oh God, we're gonna go off on a Metallica fucking rant here. I lost a little respect for James Hetfield.
In the show?
Yeah, during that documentary.
Why?
Well, he was going through. God That was when he went through rehab.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and his therapist said, you know, you can't work past whatever 4:00. And so he made everybody stop recording at 4:00.
Yeah.
But the other guys kind of said, well, fuck, we got to do something. So they were still ready to go. So they would make changes. They would do shit after 4:00. And he blew his wad. I was like, dude.
He's like the opposite of Lamb of God. Randy Bly from Lamb of God's completely different. He literally basically has nothing to do with the whole production thing. And then he shows up at the end to lay down vocals. Ugh. But Metallica's got its own problems because I don't give a fuck. Lars Ulrich's a fucking prick. At least to those at least at that time he was. Amongst the bandmates.
Yes, Gonzo wants to get back to wrestling. Yes, we know WC. Wasn't it Vampiro? Was the WCW vampire?
Yeah.
And then Gangrel was WWF.
Yeah, and then his Gangrel, that's when Edge and Christian got their big kick.
Right.
Was under Gangrel.
But we're talking about real vampires here, damn it.
Yeah.
Not that fake-ass wrestling shit.
Wrestling's fake. Wrestling's not fake! I bought that movie the other night just because I wanted to watch it on Amazon. Ready to Rumble. He said, hey, Gordy, why does it look like you have your finger in your butt? Because I do.
Now, Manchester, McAllister, what the fuck am I talking about? Had 2 witnesses.
Ooh, that sounds good.
What?
McAllister's.
Manchester had 2 witnesses, he said, that had encountered this vampire.
Yeah.
One of them was anemic, and they found 2 puncture marks in her neck. All right.
They were skin tags.
And the other one, her and her brother, she would see this. She thought the vampire was holding her hands, if I remember correctly. She was about cold, icy hand was holding her hand. She woke up, and there were scratches all on her hand from where she was trying to get away. But one night, her and her brother woke up. They were walking in the cemetery.
That was a good one.
The whole, gaze of the vampire, getting them going under their control, and they can get you to, jerk off in a Wendy's bathroom or something, whatever the fuck. I don't know.
They make you their familiar.
Right.
Sleep.
Those are his 2 that I heard. Maybe he had more.
It sounds really credible.
But I don't buy that bullshit. I think he was a hoaxer.
No.
I think he was a hoaxer.
No.
Now,
how dare you be so fucking quick to assume things?
I'm judgmental.
Phil.
You know me. I'm a judgmental prick.
I mean, I think I hold on to all of this information as the word of God.
I pass judgment. You know this about me.
This is all true.
I'm a judgmental asshole.
There's a fucking Lance Armstrong ghost. There's exploding poop bodies.
And there's Sally Fields.
You think they had those cages? What did they call those?
What?
Those they used to make like cages that they would put over burial sites because of grave robbers.
I don't know, cages.
They're kind of cool.
I don't know.
I saw a picture of them on Instagram a couple days ago.
Now,
if I get buried, I want one just for the fashion sense.
Now, we can admit this story is kind of out there.
Kind of.
It's out there. But I got to one part of my research. I got excited because I saw the word duel between these 2 motherfuckers.
Oh, God.
I got excited as fuck. I thought I was going to hear about 2... What the hell?
Holy shit.
What? What's wrong?
Oh, you were scrolling.
Yeah, I was scrolling.
I saw that loading thing pop up, and then I thought it just started dropping.
I thought maybe our YouTube had froze up.
Fuck it.
I think it has. I don't know. Fuck. I don't know.
It's like that on mine, too.
You know what? The picture's still moving, so fuck, I don't know.
Fuck it.
But, where was I? Oh, I heard the word duel, so I thought these 2 motherfuckers were going to shoot each other. I was like, now we're getting somewhere.
You said, call us.
Of course, if they shoot each other, there's going to be a lot of blood. You got the vampire to clean up, so we're good. It's a win-win for all parties involved.
Hey, we got a bunch of blood on the floor over here. Can somebody go get the Dracumba?
But apparently this duel was not that kind of duel. Apparently there was going to be a show, and because by this time those 2 hated each other.
Yeah.
They were adversaries. They were taking.
Yeah, well, I mean, that's what happens when you have bullshit fucking people involved with something. They're there for is fucking notoriety.
They were taking pot shots at each other, calling out each other out on their bullshit. So there was a lot of calling out going on both sides. So I guess they were going to do a
I
documentary.
mean, I guess that's traditional in the paranormal world, though. We all kind of talk shit about each other in one way or the
we
other.
only talk shit about one person.
I don't know. I've talked shit about a lot of people in the paranormal world. We've talked shit about the Warrens.
Okay, 2 people. 2 groups.
Zach Bagans.
There's the second one.
Ryan from Paranormal State. Chip Coffee.
Okay, so we've talked shit about a lot of people.
I was gonna say. I would say you could potentially throw the Ghost Brothers in there, but the Ghost Brothers are fucking hilarious. It's time to pop the trunk on these ghosts. That's still that's the only reason I ever watched that show. I heard that once and I was like, I'll watch the rest of this.
But the
Moon
duel,
Unit, howdly doodly.
the duel was nothing more than they were going to have a competition to see who could drive out the vampire. And guess what? It never took place. Because some producer, because it's supposed to be on a TV show, some producer said, "Oh, this might not be a good idea. These fuckers are full of shit."
You think? The guys that think there's a fucking vampire running around the fucking rolling hills of the old UK in a fucking cemetery. See, that's my other thing. That's my problem, is it all just fucking adds up too well. We have this old cemetery. There's possibly upwards of 170,000 bodies, 170,000 people buried here. There's a vampire. There's fucking orbs. There's bells. There's...
Banshee Wells. It's a pterodactyl.
Well, they don't know. They have not narrowed down and tried to make a real attempt to recreate the vocalizations of a pterosaur.
Oh, God, here we go with this fucking shit.
Pterodactyl is not a real thing. Actually, well, pterodactyl is a species, I believe.
Well, I speak in generalities.
But they are all of the family pterosaur.
Thank you, paleontologist Travis. What the fuck? No, but... Or was I? Oh, duel didn't take place, so my dick got immediately soft. I was all jazzed up and excited.
It was literally nothing.
I was like...
Like a staring contest would have been more exciting than what didn't actually happen. Or just let them actually duel it out. Fuck it. Like, give them some blunderbusses, like back in the day.
Yes.
Count off 10 paces. Do it like fucking Tom Cruise in... Fuck, what was that movie?
Interview with
Far and Away.
Oh, I was going to say Interview with a Vampire?
Oh, God. That was such a good movie. I just didn't like the aesthetics of it. I don't like stuff from that time period.
But it was when it was set.
It's not that time period. It's the fucking hazy camera that they fucking used for that shit. Because they're like, everyone wore powdered wigs and had makeup on. We might as well make it all fucking look like Hook whenever they were doing anything with fucking Julia Roberts as Tinkerbell. What?
I'm just saying, Interview with a Vampire might be the best vampire movie ever. Actually, that whole series is... The series of books...
I never read them.
Oh, I've read them all.
I don't know how to read.
Well, I've read them all. I love me a good vampire story. If any of these things...
Coke.
It's...
Took you a second.
If any of these things that we've talked about over the past few months could be real, I would hope it's vampires.
Over Bigfoot?
I don't give a fuck. Fuck that hairy bitch.
If I had $1.
Oh, don't even get me started.
God, I have all these little fucking baby bruises all over me, and I don't know where they came from, but they hurt like a bitch. It's a vampire.
Sucking on your inner fly?
The vampire's attacking me in my sleep. It might be the dog,
A
actually.
vampire? Now, that would be if they raised George Micheal. He would be a vampire.
Oh my God, yes! Fuck yeah! Dude, let's fucking make t-shirts of that!
George Micheal.
Vampire with fucking George Micheal as... Well, we probably couldn't use George Micheal because of using his likeness. If we don't sell it, we could just make a couple for ourselves.
We could, but it could resemble but not resemble. We'll work something out.
That'd be an awesome T-shirt. I'd wear the fuck out of that.
Oh, yeah.
I also found I'm gonna get my hands on this shirt that somebody at work found for a future engagement that I'm going to, but I'm gonna get this just for not for that costume, if you will. I'm gonna get it just to wear it because I will. It's just a black shirt and it says 2-seater with an arrow going down and an arrow going up. I'm getting it.
No cedar.
But yeah, fuck this vampire. It's so stupid.
Yeah, this is a horseshit story.
Yeah.
It's a fucking cemetery.
Like, it's a fantastical type of story. Like, it all just, like I said, it's like fucking kids being happy at Disneyland. Like, if, you know what I mean? Like, yeah, you're gonna...
How in the world, Brian, how could you hate Kirsten Dunst? She was so cute in that movie.
She was a wee little baby.
She was adorable as a little
That was before
vampire.
her face looked like a spoon.
She was an adorable little vampire. Preteen vampire with all the freaking grumpiness.
That little bitch. Like, she got stuck in her hormone phase
Yes.
for 1,000 years.
No, I don't think she.
Could you imagine going
she
through
got killed.
puberty for like 500 years?
She got
well, I
burnt.
know. But
She got burnt.
good. Fuck her.
Oh well, I know.
No, the best fucking vampire movie of all time is John Carpenter's Vampires. I'm joking. That movie was so bad.
Doesn't that have one of the Baldwin brothers in it?
It did. And
Daniel,
fucking...
the least talented of them all.
And it also had Robert Woods.
Is that the one with Bon Jovi's in it too?
I think so.
Yeah.
Oh, speaking of... we can talk about that on Patreon if we want. I watched... I know we've talked about it briefly, but I watched that fucking Netflix original zombie movie. Like Army of the Dead or something like that.
I have not seen it.
Very interesting.
Huh.
We'll do it on the Patreon because then I don't have to say spoiler alerts because fuck you. If you're paying for it, you're already spoiling yourself.
Yes.
But vampire.
But I think vampires could be real to a certain extent. I think the energy vampire is a very plausible concept.
Moon units on Team Dunst.
Me too.
That's the real MVP, KD. Kirsten Dunst. MVP of the world.
Who doesn't?
That's a lot of shit going on too. We can talk about that later if you
What,
want. All that
KD?
shit going around between people giving Kevin Durant shit.
I've kind of quit paying after him and.
It's because Scottie Pippen said that he's not LeBron. Because people are saying that KD might be the raw talent, the best player possibly ever, as far as being a scorer and shit. But Scottie was like, yeah, but he's not LeBron. LeBron would have gone out and figured out how to defeat the Bucks. I was like, really? Then why aren't the fucking Lakers in the playoffs still, jackass? Fuck you, Scottie. You literally took off like half a season just because you wanted to be ready for summer after you got surgery.
I've seen Brian talks about The Strain, the TV series. Have you ever seen that?
The what?
The Strain.
No.
It's all right. It's kind of based off of vampirism is more of a virus that gets infected and it's got a kind of weird vampire. Almost, if I remember.
So it's
right,
a zombie movie mixed with a vampire movie.
kind of in there. Got like a predator mouth thing type. Yeah, if I'm not mistaken.
Interesting. Yeah, no. Anybody who knows me knows that I don't traditionally go down the route of watching anything that other people watch. Not because I'm a hipster. It's just like I lose interest in stuff unless it there's some type of concrete evidence or science or math behind it.
Right.
Because I'm like, it's all fucking fake. It's all fake.
Right. But before we get to
Just like the Highgate vampire. We're making those shirts. I need it.
the vampire,
Dude, that's so fucking sick. I like that more than the Chalupa Cabra t-shirt.
I just have to figure out a way to make it George Micheal without making it George Micheal.
Yeah, because I'm not trying to get that fucking lawsuit. Because you know there would be one. Think about it. If I was the family of a dead celebrity, I'm going after everybody because I'm going to be fucking eating through that money after a while. Those are the real vampires, is the fucking families of dead celebrities.
Well, a good thing about suing us. You can't
Yeah, what are you gonna get?
what are you gonna get?
You want my Camry?
This piece of paper?
Yeah.
Here, take it.
Yeah, take my Camry. I'll go fucking hoard 2.5 paychecks and go buy a new one because it's cheap as shit.
It's like a divorce. The only thing you're getting half of is my fucking debt.
Yeah.
It'll cost you money.
Like, what are you going to get? Like, we're going to take your car. Honestly, you're probably better off just leaving me the car and then just taking the fucking system out of it because the system costs damn near as much as the car.
You fucking youngsters.
Huh?
You youngsters with your fine systems.
I've never had, I say it all the time, I've never had a car that didn't have a system in it.
I was your age once. But like we've like to state on this podcast, I'm old. I had to shave.
It goes without saying.
I had to shave if you noticed.
Yeah, you were a little Grizzly Adams last night at the bar.
I know.
I liked it. I was like, that's going to tickle the insides of my thighs.
But it's also gray as fuck.
So? The new bartender, Kristen, I think.
Yeah, what about her?
She said it.
What?
It's distinguished.
No, I wasn't listening.
Yeah, I noticed how she just... It was kind of like she fly on the wall to you, me, and Jeff once she realized that, like, we're
cool.
going to be there regularly and we're the most, like, not atrociously weird ones. At least not the ones that make you feel
want to talk about the bar
uncomfortable.
last night? I think there's a vampire at that bar. It's got a spell on everybody.
Oh.
That was fucking hilarious. It's almost like flies on shit. I'm like...
It's so funny because he's not really into it.
The coolest guy there, probably.
Yeah,
I mean,
like he entertains it, but he's just like, okay.
He's the coolest fucking guy there. And it's almost... You could sit back and watch, and it's like fly magnets.
Yeah.
All ages.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, God damn. What in the fuck is going off here?
Yeah. Yeah.
And then the one, I guess, when she got bumped out, because it looked like a basketball game under the fucking rim. Boxing out and shit.
Box out! Box out!
So the one started talking to me. I'm like...
Oh, did they? I didn't even notice that.
Yeah.
Where was I?
I don't know.
Oh, I might have been talking to
Oh,
Jeff.
it was when you went to the bathroom.
Mm.
You went to the fucking bathroom, and you made a comment to me. You said something derogatory thing to me as you were going to the bathroom. That you said something
About you or about
me,
them?
because I said, "Fuck you, you Asian fuck," and she looked at me. She goes, "Having a good night?" I said, "Oh yeah."
Yeah, this is a very normal night.
Oh
dear.
Oh no, but I mean, I have to say, the person we're talking about, I'd do him.
Rustic is the term for old people. You're rustic.
I'm not rustic. I'm rusty.
Oh,
you hear
God.
that squeaking? That's not the chair. That's me. See?
Yeah, but usually squeaks are your asshole.
No, but okay. Let's before we just go off the rails and talk to the people in the comment section. Cemeteries, I do not believe if there's any activity at a cemetery, it's not a vampire.
Probably not. Not a legitimate one. If there is, it's one of those weird fucking nerds that just can't get any friends. And he's just like, he's walking around like, I'm a vamp, walking around this cemetery.
I think that if there's any activity at a cemetery, it's residual. It's
Probably.
just energy transposed, and it's not even from the dead person, because by the time the dead person gets to the cemetery, they long gone. They gone. It's the energy that the people who, like, at the funeral are projecting onto the atmosphere. So any activity at a cemetery is residual, unless, now, if you believe in the whole satanic worship or occult thing, opening up a door, maybe I'll entertain that idea.
Maybe their body got defiled by the people at the funeral home.
Yeah, but see, I wouldn't give a fuck.
We could do that one day too. That's a true crime though.
If somebody defiled my body after I die, which could be next week, and I'm out of my body, go ahead and make the old joke, motherfucker.
If you're out of your body, I'm getting in your body.
I'd be like, I wouldn't have done it that way. I'd be floating above going,
I'm gonna wear you like a wetsuit.
I wouldn't have done it that way, buddy. I'd be in your ear going,
man.
harder, harder. I can't feel it. Oh, you've heard that before.
Oh God, I'm so fucking sore, man.
Okay. That's
You guys need to blow this podcast up so that I don't have to work almost 40 hours in fucking 3 days.
It was a bad week for Travis. That is why, Gonzo, we did not do the Thursday episode.
Yeah, because I was actually home, like, in my new... That was perfectly timed. But I was at home, sitting on my bed, just kicked my shoes off in my nice, lovely new room that I moved into with my wax warmer, smelling all lovely. And I was like, man, my feet are fucking falling off my body. And then, hey, blah, 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 blah. Okay. And then for the next 2 days after that, I just never got to leave.
Because you texted me saying, I have to go into work. And I was actually pulling into the neighborhood.
Yeah.
I was like, oh.
Yeah.
Is this for a little while or is this all night kind of thing?
Closing. So yeah, I worked open to close one day. I worked 11 to close the second day. And then I worked open to close yesterday.
Well, that's like yesterday. I went in to get something to eat. And I was not expecting you there. Because I had spoken to you the day before, and you said you'd probably get off at 5.
Yeah.
So when I went to get something to eat, I was talking to one of the lovely bartenders, and they said, oh, he's back there washing dishes. And I said, who's back there washing dishes? And she said, Travis. I said, he's still here? I said, oh. I said, he's not happy, is he? She said, not really. I said, he looked like shit last night. I wonder what he looks like today.
I don't know. Probably about the same. I doubt it could have got much worse.
True. You didn't have to work at all today, did you?
Mm-mm.
You did, though. Oh, that's right, because you slept, because Travis almost missed the podcast again.
I would have been on time, but I decided to stop and grab something to eat.
Oh, that's okay.
I would have been here at like 5:30, but I was like, oh, I want something to eat. And then I was sitting there. I was like, fuck, I might as well grab a couple drinks to take over there, too, because I'll be here between the show and Patreon for at least 2 hours, no matter what.
Right. Now, just so everybody knows, since we've covered Highgate Cemetery...
Just so everybody knows, top, bottom.
But I'm a power bottom, bitch.
And Chalupacabra's a switch.
Does that answer your question, Gonzo? No, but what was I saying? I lost my train of thought. Talk about me being a bottom, and this is why I can't get a date, because everybody thinks I'm gay now because of you.
Yeah, that was before I came along.
Oh, fuck you twice. No,
Did it have something to do with the Thursday show, maybe?
Yes, we were talking Thursday show. As we've been
Which
talking about...
might not be the Thursday show, in.
Well, the second...
I kind of want to play with this one.
What do you mean?
Because, like, the way I'm seeing it is, like, we should only get, like, 10 downloads on the first episode, if we're lucky.
Of
the cancellation theory.
Okay, and that is the new... We had to change the name, which we talked about last...
Yeah. But, like, I figure we probably won't get dick for downloads at first.
On YouTube. I mean, I think the YouTube will do better than the podcast.
But I figured if the podcast and the YouTube both hit over 25 in a 24-hour period, and we do it tomorrow or Tuesday, we just move it.
Well,
I feel like those are really good numbers for the first episode of a brand new podcast.
Well, I haven't actually got the podcast feed ready to go yet.
Oh, yeah, because of the naming issue?
Well, the naming issue, and then I decided to wait. We have one episode recorded.
Yeah.
Which we got to just record a new intro or a new beginning for it, because we have to change the name. I've cut all that out.
I say we just do a really tight, zoomed-in shot of my butthole.
Right. And I want to record, tonight we're going to record an actual intro and put it to, I got a little bit of music just for a while until young Kyle gets off his ass. But I want to record that here either after this or after the Patreon. So we have one in the bag, one episode in the bag.
Yes.
I was going to go ahead and put that out. I'll wait till we get at least one more episode recorded tomorrow or Tuesday, whenever we do it, and then I'll start the audio feed. Start the RSS feed. That way there's two to
drop them both
drop them both the same
one,
day,
like back to back or
right.
Same day.
Same day, back to back.
Yeah.
Just put two up. That way people have something to listen to. I mean, there's some places that some podcasts that do will like record 10, but with us going live,
Oh yeah, most
We
YouTube
can't do
channels and shit just knock out a bunch of stuff at one time.
right? So
Especially the really good ones because they spend more time editing than
like
they do
this
their
one.
fucking videos.
What do you say? We don't edit this shit?
Well, I'm talking about the YouTubers that do cuts and effects and like left and right, and they're making a 10-minute video out of a 35-minute fucking recording.
Right. Well, that is what I want to talk about here.
We're gonna start doing amateur porn,
No, we're not.
professional porn.
Thank you. The Thursday, we're calling it the Thursday live episode, which was the second episode of Ghost of Night. We've talked about is now the conspiracy theory. The
Cancellation theory.
cancellation theory. Jesus Christ. Did I say conspiracy theory?
Yeah, you did.
What the fuck?
Phil's on drugs.
No,
If you or anybody you love has having problems with substance abuse, please call the substance abuse hotlines.
You know what? I'm not on drugs. That might be the fucking problem.
Or call 411 like everybody did in high school and ask them for the number for the IHOP on Cox Road.
No, the cancellation theory.
Real thing. That really happened back in the day.
So, but I was concerned about dropping the second episode for this.
Mm-hmm.
I think we're going to, instead of recording something, do like either maybe put a best of together or do a clip from, or a best of and a clip from the Patreon episode to release on Thursdays.
Should we just start vlogging? It'd be so boring.
No, we have
Be
nothing.
like,
to do.
oh, they put out a new vlog. Be like, I'm at work. Bye.
These fuckers. No, but that is what. So I still want there to be 2 episodes, but I want 2 episodes with the least amount of work as possible.
Right.
So either, like if we do like when we've talked about, we're going to go to that one place we were talking about last night.
Yeah.
You know, there in West Virginia.
Mm-hmm.
Thursday will be like how I used to do on the hunt episodes.
Mm-hmm.
That'll be released on the hunt episodes on that day.
Yeah.
You know, Thursday. So it'll be kind of a bonus episode type situation, or a best of, or.
I've actually thought about it. Like I even thought about like every once in a while just doing like fucking TV show or movie reviews.
Well, we could do that. I've thought, like I said, I wanted to thought about going. You know, when Ghost Adventures does their when they start. I don't even know if they're on news.
Slasher Sundays with GITN.
Or like when they go live, or when those new shows come out, the new season comes out.
Yeah.
You know, time it up if they start at 8. You know,
And just make sure we don't have any audio
we can listen to
crossover.
it,
Yeah.
You know, in our ears, and that way
That'd be
can watch
kind of cool.
and we would just comment on it, and say, "Zach's gay." No, I don't know if he's gay or not. I'm just joking. I'm just pulling his chain.
I don't know. I know he's got a fucking cross tattooed on his ring finger, or one of his fingers.
Oh, okay.
True story.
Speaking of tattoos, I think I'm about ready.
I have to save so much money.
Well, that's why I'm holding off for. I might start saving. I'm ready to start saving.
Yeah, I figure I'm gonna have to throw down at least $500 to $800 just to start one of mine.
Yeah. Yes. So that's what's on the plate for. There should be a second episode of Ghost of the Night
Of some sort.
Of some sort. It's not going to be.
Even if it's not an on the RSS feed, like
No, we'll still put it. I'll still put it on the RSS
No.
feed.
We could do that clip together shit once a week. Clip
Yeah.
out all the fucks. Just fuck.
I put the-
Fuck.
Or just
Be like an hour long.
beep.
That'd be great, dude. It'd literally be an hour long of just us going fuck
We've
you,
act-
fucking fuck this, fuck that, fuck.
We've actually been good on Ghost of the Night here in the past 2 weeks.
Yeah.
There has not been.
I mean, we still throw around fuck and shit and stuff like that, but
We've
that's
really
that's just
limited-
normal speech for us.
We've limited the sexual connotations.
I have actually made an attempt at that. Like every once in a while, it's impossible.
Oh, but yeah, you called me a bottom. So fuck off.
It's not a connotation. That's just facts.
See, once again, these people, the millions upon millions of our not listeners.
Hey, we did pretty good. We hit 11 there for a
We're
little
at
while.
11 now, damn it.
No, we're at 8 on mine.
Oh, I'm going with that one. Fuck it. But so the cancellation theory will be probably Tuesdays, Mondays, or Tuesday night live. The YouTube channel is set up. Name changed. New thumbnail. That is what we're doing. All right. Let's get to the comments. Let's interact with the masses.
Yeah, give them about, 10 minutes before we call it?
Yeah, we're going to
Because
go.
we're going to do Patreon.
Yes, we got to do Patreon.
All that fucking horse cock.
All right. Let's see.
We might not have to worry about fielding questions from the comment section.
Why?
Because there are none.
Well,
39 more minutes.
What is it with him?
Patreon.
Oh, and you saw the link, so you can go there.
You get pretty much at least an extra hour out of that.
And actually,
45 minutes on like an off day when we got something to do or something. But
and actually, you know how we wanted to go live for Patreon, for the Patreon viewers?
yeah.
I think somehow I fucked up, and I don't know how to unfuck up my fuck up.
Excellent.
So I might give for those of you who are Patreon subscribers, I'm sure Emma is no longer in here because it's late across the
She
pond.
goes CP time.
Yeah, she's probably in bed. I can give them the feed, almost get their email address, and send out a feed, or send out the URL to where they can actually watch when we go live.
Huh.
Directly.
Cool. That's interesting.
Because if like this, what we're doing now is like up on YouTube. However, if I give them a link, they can actually watch the live version of it.
Right.
Because that's all Patreon does anyway.
Oh, no, I think I've only watched like maybe 2 of our Patreons.
I'll quit sending you the link.
Yeah.
I keep forgetting. I'll send you the links.
I was pretty much just like if we go to the bar, it's the same thing.
You were there.
Yeah.
You were there.
It's the same thing as us sitting at the bar, just with
Okay.
somewhat more of a topic.
What? Let's see. Gonzo and his food questions. At least it's not calling me gay or want me to get a sex change.
Tacos. I usually go to Mi Burrito.
See, I've never been there.
Mi Burrito or that pupuseria down the street
And
from here is pretty good.
depending on what time it is, late night of drinking Taco Bell.
I had Taco Bell the other night, unfortunately.
But that's it. And Gonzo, we're not going 39 minutes. We're going about 10. Thanks. Yeah. And we know that Brienne does not like Kristen Dunst. Oh, shit. Oh.
Moon Unit said something about the origins of vampires. Well, it's like I said, until recently, I didn't know that.
Well,
like, it goes back to the Greek gods.
There's so many different versions of
Oh,
it.
well, yeah.
That's like the Greek god version. Then also, like in Interview with the Vampire, I kind of like her the way she originated it.
Mm-hmm.
Back to ancient Egypt.
Yeah.
You know, with the...
There's a lot of that, too.
With, you know, basically they were a king and queen and kind of...
Yeah, they did. They went back to the
Right.
ancient Egypt thing with Penny Dreadful, too.
Right, with Queen of...
Which, if you haven't watched Penny Dreadful, watch Penny Dreadful. That show's so fucking good.
Because the book Queen of the Damned talks a lot about the origin, her version of the origin story.
That's such a good, shitty movie.
Oh, I hate that fucking movie.
It was so good. It was so good at being a bad movie.
Oh, no, well, see, I read the
Had a
book.
great soundtrack.
By that time, I had read the books.
And Aaliyah was hot.
Yes. I had read
R.I.P.
I had read the books by that time. And Queen of the Dam of the Vampire Chronicles, which is what that series is called, was by far the best book. Because my dick gets hard about that origin stories. You know, that's what I love about vampires, the different origin stories.
Okay.
What? I like to know how things begin. That's why I watch...
I'm just saying Aaliyah's dead. That's necrophilia.
I'm talking about the books.
Right.
She was not in the books.
Right.
I'm sorry, my name's not R. Kelly, so...
R. Kelly doesn't fuck dead chicks, just underage ones.
Well, wasn't she one of them?
Probably. I mean, Jesus Christ, he's basically trying to start a harem now.
No, but I liked her. And Queen of the Dam was the best of all the books of that whole series, and they fucked that movie up. They fucked it up.
I mean, even without knowing that it was a book, I would say that they fucked it up anyway.
I mean, it would have been better with...
Because like I said, it was good at being bad. That's what made it a good movie.
If they would have brought back,
And they had, like I said, a sick soundtrack.
Well, I will say that, but it was more of a rock and roll base because Lestat did become a rock and roll star.
Yeah.
In the book, so much better than what.
Ow.
Portrayed much better in the books than in the movies. But if they would have brought Tom Cruise back, it probably would have been better because I just did not buy him as whoever that guy was as Lestat.
I don't know. I'm so hit and miss with fucking vampire movies.
I'll say I love vampire movies.
Ow, I got a hell of a zit coming in on the back of my head, it feels like. That's what happens when you work non-goddamn stuff.
Subscribe to Saratoga Peanut Butter.
No, I don't know. I'm not really sure what that means. Is it a YouTube channel?
I don't know. Or are you talking about putting
like
peanut butter in balls?
Is it like
what
a loot crate?
I don't know.
Oh, man.
No, but I love a good vampire. I'd rather vampire story or movie or book than fucking the zombie bullshit.
See, I like zombies. It just depends. I don't want the cookie cutter ones. Like Zombieland, fantastic. Actually, Warm Bodies. Have you ever seen Warm Bodies? It's like a zombie love story where the girl's alive and he's a zombie. And then, spoiler alert, through that, they find the cure for zombies.
Christy D. I don't even know who.
Chris DiStefano.
Oh, I see. I'm not a big. I mean, I've watched a little bit of DiStefano, but I never watched or listened to History of Hyenas that much.
I listened to some History of Hyenas.
I've caught him a little bit on some podcasts. Enough to know who he is and some of his.
Oh yeah, when he came on
I'm not a
fucking
big,
Fighter and the Kid, and he was telling them about how they're the History of Hyenas is the #1 popular podcast in the trans community.
Yeah.
Like, he's like, we've got the numbers to prove it, and they're like, where are they? He's like, I don't have them with me, but we have them. Ow.
He wants us to talk about Ed Gem.
Ed Gein.
Who the fuck is that?
One of the first like major serial killers in America. They say they stole some of his personality for like some of the movie killers and stuff like that.
Oh. Well, we are going to do 1 week a month true crime. Is that what we decided on? So
unless we just get a boner for one and we want to throw an extra one in.
Well,
which is going to happen on any, not even just true crime. That's going to happen on every front.
He inspired the Texas Chainsaw Massacre?
Yeah.
Okay.
The Leatherface part, yeah.
Sweet. We could do that, I guess.
Which I don't understand why that's where that came from. That was a real thing. They used to do that with fucking executed prisoners. They'd make like gloves out of their skin and shit. It's like, why put it to waste? Everybody made a big deal about those fucking Chinese prisoners that died in prison, and they made them in the exhibits where like they take all the skin off and show the musculature, or they show like the whole circulatory system, and everybody's like, that's terrible. I'm like, it's kind of fucking cool. What else are they gonna do? They're dead.
You're a sick fuck.
That's been established.
But we could do that. I do want, in the future episode, I want to talk about UFOs a little bit.
Mm-hmm. I wouldn't mind doing the tri-state crematory thing at some point.
Mm-hmm. And we want to get back to a little bit more of the basics, like the paranormal.
Yeah.
We might do some how-to type episode here in the near future. How to bikini wax a ghost or something. I don't know.
Either that, or I would like to do one where where it's a location that even if we can't go there, it's got so much video and photo evidence that we could just have like, it takes some time to set up, but just have it all set up on OBS and just boom, check this one out. Boom, check this one out.
But like I said, we are going to go to a place and investigate here. Hopefully, how to communicate with ghosts.
We could talk about that for hours because you could talk about each method.
Right. I mean,
because they're all hit and miss. None of them are like nobody's ever going to be able to tell you like this is how you talk to a ghost. Like no, it's never going to work like that.
And we need to. I want to do a Chip Coffee fucking episode. I'm going to get accused of ragging on him, I'm going to rag the fuck out of him for an hour and a half. I might go on a fucking dragon fucking.
I don't know. I don't hold the disdain for Chip Coffee quite like you do.
Him and his fucking stupid ass scarves.
Yeah.
No, but that's coming up. But how to communicate. That's the kind of I hate to do like SEO type shit. To kind of get traffic.
That's also situational too.
To
It's a good topic, but
to get traffic up a little bit. We can't just do a bunch of dick and fart jokes all the time.
yeah,
But we can. And
we'll just throw them in there.
We will. All right. We are at the hour and 20 mark. Do ghosts get hungry? No, they do not have a digestive tract.
Yeah, didn't you see Casper?
Yes.
When his uncles were eating it, it was just falling on the floor.
Yeah. Gonzo, you're going to have to come up with better ones.
Shout out to
Harder ones.
Who the fuck was that? What girl was in that Casper live action?
Christina
Ricci.
Yeah.
And her dad was Bill Pullman.
I think so.
And then the annoying lady that nobody knows her name. She ended up dying. Good. Fuck her.
Fuck her.
In the movie, not in real life.
Well, even in real life.
Fuck her.
So, what have we learned today? New T-shirt.
Vampire.
Vampire.
Dude, that's got to be a thing. That's so good. Like, yeah, I'm going to Google it. I would be shocked if nobody's fucking put that out already.
Well, we're doing our own.
I can hit up this dude. He's got a company. I follow him on Instagram called Far From Hollywood. He does deathcore and slam band merchandise.
Uh-huh.
He's in Canada.
Uh-huh.
Slampire. That's like this
Okay.
fucking metal. I want one.
You go.
Oh, we don't need to make it to sell. I'm just gonna see if he'll make one.
Do ghosts fight one another?
I mean, theoretically, depending on who you ask.
I think the whole good versus
I would say it's
evil.
more of they compete.
Well, if you want to go kind of religious, good versus evil kind of thing.
Well, yeah.
Good spirit, evil spirit, demonic. Whatever.
But no, I don't think they're having a clash of the gods in another realm that we can't see.
Maybe not. I do not know.
Be fucking sick.
I would pay that pay-per-view.
All right, you ready to
Yeah, we're going to
go smoke a cigarette and then do some Patreon?
Yep. So we will be back next Sunday at. We've talked about going a little bit later, maybe starting like 7. Or
Doesn't matter.
we'll probably be back at 6. We'll be back at 6 next Sunday, and be on the lookout for some Thursday shit to come up. Be sure to follow us on all the social medias. If you want to get the bonus material, patreon.com/GITN podcast.
Boom.
Up at the top of the screen there, Gonzo. Twitter @night_ghost. Ghost of the Night on Facebook. We've talked, Brandon, we might do 7 o'clock to 6 o'clock's kind of a weird time. We've talked about it. I don't know. We'll see.
What, you tell me you don't think the masses want to sit and eat dinner with their children while they listen to us fucking talk? Eat your fucking vegetables, you little shitbag.
Maybe. Instagram, ghost_night_podcast.
No, you can't have more milk. You're filling up on milk, so you can't eat your green beans.
But check out all the socials. Don't forget, if you want to support the podcast and your tight ass doesn't want to become a Patreon member, T-shirts at shop.spreadshirt.com/GITN paranormal merch or something like that. Fuck, I don't know.
Yeah, with just a bunch of fucking dashes in there.
Dash paranormal dash merch. I don't know. Fuck it. Look it up. It's in the description. I can't do everything for you fuckers. But that is the best way to.
Then Travis can sleep in. What about doing this at 7 allows me to sleep in?
Yeah, so you could have got an extra hour of sleep.
That's not sleeping in. That's just being lazy.
Oh, well.
Sleeping in is sleeping till like 10.
That is true. I slept till 10 today. I slept in today.
Yeah, I was up by fucking 10 today.
I was not. Of course, I didn't go to bed till like 5.
I don't know what time I went to bed, but I was still up around 10. Actually, I was up at like 8 something originally.
Yes.
But that's
All right.
usual.
All right. We are going to get out of here. Thank you to everybody who visited us on the live stream.
Fuck off, yeah.
If you are checking this out on your favorite podcast player, be sure to subscribe and leave a review. It goes a long way to help bring us up in the rankings. I think we felt we were 2-something in the U.S. again. And,
Woohoo!
And New Zealand, we were hot. UK, you dropped out. But that's okay. But be sure to subscribe and all that happy shit. That does bump us up in those rankings. And also subscribe and like and hit the bell for the YouTube channel.
Yes. And the other YouTube channel.
And don't forget, The Cancellation Theory is the new podcast. We will be going live probably Monday.
At least this week, yeah.
This week,
just
Monday,
to make up for last
just to make
week.
up for last Thursday.
And then we'll do Thursday, and then we can, if we want to change it, I say we'd do it next week. Because then we can kind of bombard the new channel real quick right at the beginning.
Exactly. And there's going to be a few more highlights and clips on that channel too.
I'm going to start wearing a body cam at work and putting clips of it up there.
There you go. That'll work.
Yeah. I tried to tell Baby Thor to catch me yesterday. And I was like, oh, you're the perfect size. You're taller than me, so I'll jump on you, and I'll wrap my arms and legs around you, and then my penis will go on your belly button, and it'll be like a Lego. I'll never fall off.
All right. We're ending on that fucking note. All right, everybody. Take care. We'll see you next fucking Thursday.